Hello, this is my second time recording it because I don't know what happened, but my second monitor went out and then my whole computer froze. It was a thing. It was wild. So this is for Baba Yaga in the mid lane. I'm kind of glad the recording got deleted because I ended up just going on a rant about how trash she is. Um, so basically, I'll summarize it right now. Smite is in a burst meta where if you can 100 to 0 someone, you are a good character. If you need to constantly poke someone, you typically aren't meant for the carry role, right? And Baba Yaga, she is all about poke. She does not 100 to 0 someone instantly, and that is really where she is lacking. Why would I pick Baba Yaga to 100 to 0 someone when I can pick Poseidon or Isis or Hal? Those are all characters that can just instantly kill someone. Or like Merlin, right? Merlin, he has a bunch of ticks, right? But his ticks do so much damage instantly that he just kills people. Like, or Persephone, she's all about burst too. Like, that's why I don't really see a point in her. And although she does have burst damage, her burst damage takes so long to come out. So, like, using your two and then using your one and then like opening the other two up into your hand and then throwing the other two takes so long that you won't hit all three of them unless they're like Nox comboed, and even then Nox is gonna kill him before you even like throw out your one because your abilities take so long to come out. I I don't think she's really viable, but she is fun. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of fun playing this character. My friends don't like it when I play her because she's that bad. But anyway, so let's get into the guide now. So I started off with Mage's Blessing. It's important you get Mage's Blessing as soon as you enter that game, so that way you can get stacks on it instantly, right? One thing, if you're gonna play an arena or any other casual game mode, if you get Attacker's Blessing, something that I noticed is that you won't gain stacks from actually attacking things until you do enough stacks equal to what the house has given you. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I've found out with her, which is why I always go Mage's Blessing even when I'm in a casual game mode. So like if I have 9 stacks of Attacker's Blessing from the house, I have to do 9 stacks of attacker 9 attackers blessing stacks, Jesus Christ, of my own damage to equal that, and then I can start stacking attacker's blessing from the damage I do rather from the house. Essentially think of it as like two like bars, right? And this is the house, this is your damage, right? If the house is up here, none of these stacks that you give will mean anything until you're above the house, right? It's really bad, and I'm pretty sure it's a bug, but whatever. So I go Spellbook here, just so that way because I'm going to be building in a Book of Thoth for this guy, because I think she's probably, besides Kukulkan, one of the few mages that should actually go Book of Thoth still, right? And then I have Healing Potions and a Mana Pot. You can switch this around, go 1-2, but I go 2-1. Just because when your mana hits 0, you don't die, but when your health hits 0, you die. So it's up to you. And then obviously she's a focus. Her ability cooldowns are pretty long for a mage, so having them up faster is always a good thing. And then Book of Thoth, it also shoes of focus go well with Book of Thoth, you know. It's Book of Thoth. Your passive stacks it really well, so that way you can fully stack it and get the evolved version of it. And then Spirit Desolation. If they have a healer, feel free to go Divine Rune. Actually, no, totally go Divine Rune or you're throwing. Charon's Coin's also here. You could go Obsidian Shrine. I just put Charon's Coin here because it works with her passive. Bancroft's is here because it does work with Book of Thoth. Ra Zuhudi does a lot of damage, obviously. Really good for burst. I know I said she doesn't do burst well, but being able to hit your abilities even one at a time with Ra Zuhudi will just do a lot of damage. And then we have Soul Reaver is here if you're going the Book of Thoth route, just a nice item to pick up. Doom Orb as well also works with the Book of Thoth path. It also gives you movement speed, and when you're a mage, a squishy mage in the mid lane, which Baba is, having that extra movement speed lets you juke abilities better. So it is essentially a form of defense, you know? And the defensive Tyrannical Plate Helm, I think, is better on a Guardian. but you could still pick it up. It does give you 100 magical power, always nice. Void Stone, same thing, better on a Guardian, but you could pick it up. Highly Urchin, I think no matter where Baba goes, she's gonna want this item. Highly Urchin, when it's fully stacked, is a great item. And I'm pretty sure Baba Yaga is the only one that can build it from behind. You should never get this item when you're behind. If you're ahead, go for it. But if you're behind, only Baba Yaga should ever get this. And even then, it's kind of questionable. Book of the Dead's here because it works so well with Book of Thoth. If you go, hold on, let's see. It's not going to give me fully stacked Book of Thoth, which is honestly tragic, right? This build sucks because it has no pen. Where's my mana? 200, that's a lot. I don't know the quick math off the top of my head, but that's a lot. I said 200 when I meant 2,600. Whatever, you get it. This is my second time recording this, so I'm a little bitter. And then in the carry role, you're going to get Beads and Aegis, obviously. Why wouldn't you? You want to survive longer, especially as Baba Yaga, right? Because you are a huge target in your ult, which the ult needs to give damage mitigation. I don't know why they're so hesitant on giving characters damage mitigation. Like, they waited for Mulan, and they were like, maybe when she's standing still for like 4 seconds, she needs some damage mitigation, right? When Baba's in her house, that shield, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not enough. It's pretty worthless. It takes like one Hunter auto attack, and it's dead with crit, you know? So ability-wise, you're going to level the 1. I've tried leveling the 2. It's not the same. I can see why you would think leveling the 2 would work. Because it gives you more ingredients, but no, the 1's where it's at, right? So 1, 2, and then 3, you're gonna get your 3. You can put a point into the 1 again, but if you don't get your escape, there's a good chance you could die for no reason. So I always get the escape, you know. 4, you're gonna get the 1, then put a point into your ult whenever you can. The shield is really what you're putting the points into the ult for, because your ult should never be used for kills. It should be used either in the middle of a team fight or when in the middle of a team fight when there's pure chaos going on. When the enemy team's grouped up in a small corridor. I think she really thrives in corridors. She has really good zoning. Or you can use it to protect yourself, right? An item I forgot to put up here. Gem of Isolation is really good with her ult because this is the burst damage, the fire. The Witch Fire, it is actually consistent damage, and as long as they walk through it, they take that damage, you know? Then for the rest, you're going to max the 1, then the 2. I'll put a point into the ult whenever you can. And then, 1, then 2, and then put a point into your ult, and then finally max the 3. I really don't see a point into maxing the 3 anyway besides your last. Like, I understand it gives you 35% damage mitigation, which I think should just go on the ult, but whatever. Blast Off kind of sucks as an escape, I'll be honest. Being CC'd out of it really doesn't feel good. Considering no other dash in this game works like this. All other dashes or jumps or leaps or whatever, they're all instant. Hers isn't. Hers, you gotta spin around in the mortar or whatever in her pot, and then you fly off for a short dash. Like, it doesn't feel good. Any tips or tricks? If you play arena or somewhere where you start at level 3, you put a point to all your abilities, right? Before you buy potions, activate your 2 and store it and then reopen it and then buy your potions. And that's because the timer will actually go down even though you only have 1 potion. I don't know how to explain this, right? So when you put a potion into your pocket, into your consumables, right? The cooldown will start, so that way you can generate another potion, right? But even if you don't generate another potion, you can just do that, so that way when you do start the fight or whatever, when your team starts fighting, right? You can throw out the potion, and then you can summon another potion and throw it out, right? You don't have to, like, wait, you know? It's just a minor thing. I don't know if I explained that well enough, but I hope you get it. Trying to think of anything else. Only use the ult defensively. When you go to use the 1 and it's the circle, always try and hit it on the right side, because that's the one that's going to be coming out. Never try and hit it coming back to you. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Like, you could miss, like, it's, like, honestly, if you gotta aim weird to hit the one on the right side, just do it. It'll just work out a lot better. Um, Trying to think. Be creative with her angles, with the L's, with the one. Um, I can't think of anything else. Oh, when you load into the game and you get your one, if you get a shape you don't like, just start using your one until you get a shape that you like in the fountain. Um, I think that's it. If you have any questions or issues, feel free to comment them down below. And if you have any requests, feel free to let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.